The global viewership for the February 24th edition of WWE Monday Night Raw on Netflix has been revealed, with a 56% decline in global views since the show debuted on Netflix. AEW announces a new deal with Amazon Prime regarding pay-per-view distribution. Carmella opens up on her WWE exit, suggesting that her departure is punishment for having a baby. An update on how the AEW recent talent releases are going to affect their business. One of them is Rey Fenix. Could he have a match still at WrestleMania 41. New details on WWE being keen to renew the Peacock PLE deal with NBC Universal. John Cena has been advertised for May and June episodes of WWE SmackDown. TKO officially launched their brand new boxing promotion. AJ Styles says he wants to make a one-off return to TNA Wrestling. Soraya's brother Zack Knight reportedly exits AEW after his contract expires. And an update on the 0-hour panel for AEW Revolution. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. Let's begin with the viewership number for the February 24th edition of WWE Monday Night Raw on Netflix. Now, Raw has dropped to its lowest global viewership since arriving on the streaming platform. Per Netflix's Tudum site, Raw's 24th of February episode drew 2.6 million worldwide viewers over the 7-day calculation period. This was enough for WWE's flagship show to finish 8th in the weekly top 10 English-language shows. Tudum differs from traditional Nielsen ratings in that it considers global viewership over a week. Nielsen is narrower, counting only live and same-day audiences in the United States. Thus, it's difficult to compare Raw's current numbers to, say, SmackDown on USA Network or anything like that. Now, Tudum's rankings are released every Tuesday, meaning the data for the 3rd of March post-Elimination Chamber 2025 Raw will be out this time next week. The platform only reports the top 10s, however. Should Raw drop out the rankings, information will not be readily available. It appeared last week that Raw's Netflix viewership had tapered off after an artificially high start for the heavily promoted January 6th episode, settling into a range of 2.8 to 3 million viewers. Raw's global viewership has now declined by 56% since debuting on Netflix. Some of this is to be expected, given the level of hype behind the January 6th episode, which featured big names like The Rock, CM Punk vs. Seth Rollins, John Cena, and others. WWE's deal with Netflix is for a maximum of 10 years, though Netflix is understood to have a 5-year get-out option if they wish to activate it. Now let's go over to AEW, because this was reported previously, but now it's been officially confirmed. All Elite Wrestling and Prime Video announced a multi-year agreement on March 5th that will make AEW pay-per-views available for purchase in the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom, beginning with AEW Revolution on March 9th. This is what AEW had to say, quote, All Elite Wrestling and Prime Video today announced a multi-year agreement to offer AEW pay-per-view events for purchase to fans across the United States, Canada, and the United Kingdom, beginning with AEW Revolution this Sunday, March 9th. Live coverage begins at 3:30 p.m. Pacific, 6:30 p.m. Eastern from the Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. The deal represents a significant evolution in the distribution of AEW's content, making AEW's cutting-edge pay-per-view events more accessible than ever to fans through Prime Video. This includes all AEW tentpole events, including Revolution, Dynasty, Double or Nothing, All In, Forbidden Door, All Out, Wrestle Dream, Full Gear, and World's End. Quote, We are thrilled to work with Prime Video to bring all AEW pay-per-view events to their incredible service, marking a major milestone in the continued expansion of AEW's global reach, said AEW CEO, GM, and Head of Creative Tony Khan. Quote, AEW pay-per-view events are consistently the most exciting professional wrestling events in the world, and fans will now be able to experience that firsthand through Prime Video, beginning with AEW Revolution this Sunday, March 9th. These AEW pay-per-view events will join Prime Video's selection of live sports globally, including Thursday Night Football, NBA, NHL, UEFA Champions League, at no added cost on Prime, add-on subscriptions such as FanDuel Sports Network, Max, Apple TV Plus, and Discovery Plus, as well as a growing portfolio of pay-per-view events, including Premier Boxing Champions. Now, there was a bit of confusion with this. If you had Prime Video, would these pay-per-view events be included with them? That's not going to be the case. Pay-per-views will stream on Amazon Prime, but will be available for purchase. They are not included in the Prime or Prime Video subscription. The no added cost line was in the press release. That was in relation to the other entities you will have to purchase this in addition to having a Prime subscription. Now let's go to Carmella here because, of course, she's no longer with WWE. She recently departed the company after the expiration of her contract, with Carmella having been out of action since March 2023, taking time off to have her first child. However, Carmella feels like the time off has been used against her, with clips released from a forthcoming appearance on the Barely Famous podcast showing Carmella seemingly suggesting her exit was punishment for having a baby. Here's what she had to say.
What's next for Leah? For so long, it's like, oh, Carmella. And it's like, no, I can now fully be Leah and do what I want to do. And I don't know what that is.
So you have been out of WWE for almost 2 years.
Yes.
But not by choice.
No.
So let's talk about it.
That's the whole point, to get people talking and to be bold in your face. Let's talk about it. Let's have the conversations that, women aren't having. Is it because I'm a woman? Is it because I had a baby? And it just feels like a shitty way to end a 12-year career with the company, that this is how it ended.
But also to be treated like a human being and a woman and someone who's dedicated 12 years of your life to this company.
He still has a job. We had a kid and he has a job, but I don't. I guess fast forward until a few weeks ago, and then I got a call saying that my contract was up in 10 days.
Everyone just ghosted.
Completely ghosted.
Everybody's getting sued if it was me.
What if this is the end of my career? What am I doing with my life? What do I have to offer? Why wasn't I given an opportunity somewhere else?
Does it feel bittersweet, though, that all of your people are still there?
I feel like I'm being punished because I had a baby.
And men don't really have to think about it because they're men. They could change their mind.
Why would you want to be somewhere that doesn't want you? I wish more for women in general and moms, and especially athletes. I feel like you shouldn't have to choose one. Why can't you have both?
Now, an update here when it comes to the recent talent releases in All Elite Wrestling. Earlier this week, Rey Fenix seemingly received his long-awaited release from AEW and will likely soon join his brother Penta in WWE. Fenix joins a string of recent AEW releases, all of whom had issues with the company and wanted out. Speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer shared his perspective on how these releases could affect the young promotion. Quote, between the four guys, AEW, by releasing them, it's a significant amount of money saved, Meltzer said. You're probably talking about $3 million to $4 million a year in costs for guys you're not using. While it makes sense from a financial point of view, Meltzer pointed out that there may be some negative ramifications from Tony Khan letting the performers out of their contracts early. Namely, it could encourage WWE to reach out to wrestlers and convince them to leave AEW in the same way people like Phoenix, Malachi Black, and Ricky Saints, of course previously known as Ricky Starks, did. Khan has previously accused WWE of contract tampering, with the AEW co-owner speaking out on social media in 2023. Quote, before it was a tough situation because Khan wasn't going to let guys break their contract, and now it's a different situation because they know he will, Meltzer continued. I've seen that for different companies over the years. The only way you get any respect from WWE, is threatening to sue, and that has happened. Now, Meltzer cited former Ring of Honor owner Sinclair's one company that has threatened legal action against WWE, and on a smaller scale, MLW has done the same thing in recent years. While these releases may be best for AEW in the short term, Meltzer expressed his opinion that it could cost Khan down the line. Now, speaking of Rey Fenix, of course, he could be in WWE by WrestleMania. Now, WWE proved they'd waste no time with ex-AEW stars after Ricky Saints was snapped up just days after his release from Tony Khan's company. The former Ricky Starks was released after a long period of absence alongside Miro and Malachi Black. Of course, now Rey Fenix has gone from AEW and is expected to be headed to WWE. WrestleVotes has noted that the expectation is that Fenix will now be signing with WWE in the very near future and could even end up on the WrestleMania 41 card. Quote, spoke with a WWE source regarding the Rey Fenix news making the rounds. With him being free and clear, the expectation backstage is that he joins WWE sooner rather than later. Source added they wouldn't be surprised if Fenix ends up on the WrestleMania card, but noted there's no exact timeline in place. Staying with WWE, a bit of an update here when it comes to the Peacock PLE deal they currently have. WWE are keen to renew their premium live event deal with Peacock, as revealed by TKO President Mark Shapiro, who praised Peacock and NBC Universal while speaking at the Morgan Stanley Technology, Media and Telecom Conference this week. Shapiro stated, quote, we will get into discussion soon in the next quarter when it comes to the PLEs. That deal comes up early to mid-part of 2026. Our conversations on our renewal start relatively soon. In speaking with all the powers at be at Comcast, they are keen to renew, and we're excited to have those conversations. And by the way, Peacock has been a crazy good partner. We've been a huge driver of that platform, both in terms of acquisition and retention, and they're marking it as a priority, so we're keen to renew with them. Peacock is an important partner for WWE, particularly domestically, whereas PLE and archive content has moved to Netflix for international audiences, signaling the end of the WWE network. The promotion's library continues to have a home on Peacock in the United States. John Cena, of course, the world is talking about John Cena following his heel turn at Elimination Chamber, and Cena is coming to SmackDown this summer. New dates have been added to Cena's retirement tour, and he is now advertised for SmackDown events on May 30, June 13th, and June 20th. The May 30 show will take place in Knoxville, Tennessee. The June 13th show will take place in Lexington, Kentucky. Grand Rapids, Michigan will be the home of the June 20 edition of the show. Tickets for all three events are currently on sale. Following his heel turn at WWE Elimination Chamber, Cena's next advertised date for the company is the March 17th edition of WWE Raw. Cena is also advertised for the March 24th and March 31st editions of the show, all of which we will be doing live watch-along and post shows for here on the channel. Now, switching over to WWE's parent company, TKO, they are now launching a boxing promotion. On Wednesday, March 5th, TKO, Turki Al-Sheikh, and Seller came together to announce the creation of a new boxing promotion. Notably, TKO will serve as the managing partner for the company. Also, the currently nameless promotion will feature executive leadership that will be anchored by Dana White and Nick Khan. From Business Wire, quote, New York and Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, together with TKO Group Holdings, a global leader in sports and entertainment, and Seller, a leading entertainment conglomerate, have today announced a multi-year partnership to establish a new boxing promotion that will provide a premier platform for both leading boxers and prospects in the sport. Speaking on this significant milestone, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh said, quote, This landmark partnership between industry powerhouses sets the stage for an unparalleled experience for boxers and fans. Together, we are developing the next generation of talent and delivering world-class events at a time when the sport is primed for further disruption. Mark Shapiro, President and Chief Operating Officer of TKO, added, quote, This is a strategic opportunity to reimagine the sport of boxing globally. TKO has the deep expertise, promotional prowess, and long-standing relationships. His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh and Seller share our passion and vision for evolving the current model. Together, we can bring the sweet science back to its rightful place in the forefront of the global sports ecosystem. TKO will serve as managing partner, providing day-to-day operational expertise, management, and oversight of the promotion, with executive leadership anchored by UFC President and CEO Dana White and WWE President and TKO board member Nick Khan. Seller has played a pivotal role in promoting and delivering some of the biggest international boxing events in recent years. Of course, a public investment firm, PIF company, Seller is also the lead sponsor of Newcastle United Football Club and has delivered projects such as Riyadh Winter Wonderland, Formula E, and the Italian Super Cup. Dr. Rakan Althari, managing director and CEO of Seller, added, quote, The partnership between His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, Seller, and TKO will turn the page on a new chapter in boxing history. Together, we will elevate the sport to new heights and redefine the fan experience for a worldwide audience. The promotion will create a sustainable future for boxing and reinforce Seller's position as a powerhouse in global sports and entertainment. The new promotion will feature a highly structured system to develop new talent from around the world, including athlete combines and academies, access for all boxers to the UFC Performance Institute, the world's leading combat sports performance training, research, rehabilitation, and nutrition center, featuring locations in Las Vegas, Mexico City, and Shanghai. TKO's production, media, and promotional expertise to deliver both in-arena experiences and top-tier state-of-the-art broadcast for fans around the world. Further details about the new boxing promotion, including fighter signings, fight schedules, venues, and host locations will be revealed in the coming months. Let's go over to TNA Wrestling, and AJ Styles could be making his way back to his home promotion. AJ Styles is arguably the most important person ever to step foot in a TNA ring, and the Phenomenal One wants to return to the Impact Zone for a one-off appearance. Styles acrimoniously departed TNA in December 2014 after being asked to take a hefty pay cut, with Styles going on to become one of the biggest stars in both New Japan Pro Wrestling and WWE. With WWE and TNA now enjoying a healthy working relationship, there is scope for Styles to return to the promotion where he made his name, with Styles saying the following to Chris Van Vliet on Insight, quote, I don't know if my return to TNA Wrestling will happen. I'd like it to. I think it'd be fun to do something like that, like a one-off. I would definitely do it. It would, wouldn't it? Talking about his old theme song being used, it kind of would. So I went up and visited as they were in Atlanta maybe a month or two ago. That was Final Resolution last year. Frankie Kazarian was there, so I was able to hang out with him, but there were so many people there that I was like, oh my gosh, wow, you know, Gail Kim, Christy Hemme, those are my guys, but Eric Young also there, but it was really cool to see. I thought it looked really good. I think they did a really, really good job, and I don't know, they don't have a lot of money to work with, but with what they had, I thought it looked really good. I was like, man, these guys are really doing something. So it's exciting to see, and I hope we continue to work with TNA, WWE, and help them as much as they're helping us, because NXT talent being shown in TNA and vice versa, it's good for everybody. Now, going over to AEW, the brother of Saraya is now gone from the company. Zack Knight is no longer part of All Elite Wrestling, ending his run in the promotion after 1 year. Mike Johnson of PW Insider has reported that Knight exited AEW after his contract recently expired. The 33-year-old signed with All Elite Wrestling in February of last year after a handful of wins in Ring of Honor over the likes of Aaron Solo, John Cruz, and Peter Avalon. Knight linked up with his sister Saraya as part of the Outcasts, entering a program with Angelo Parker. Knight defeated Parker on the April 12th edition of AEW Rampage, which ended up being his only televised match in All Elite Wrestling. Knight's final match in AEW/Ring of Honor was a dark match on June 5th, 2024. He announced later in the year that he returned to the United Kingdom in June due to needing time off for personal reasons. He had been ready to return since August of last year, but the promotion never brought him back outside of appearing alongside Saraya at All In. Zack Knight has continued to wrestle on the UK independent scene, primarily for his father's World Association of Wrestling promotion. And finally, a bit of an update here when it comes to AEW Revolution 0 Hour this weekend. Paul Waterhauser is heading to AEW Revolution 0 Hour. AEW has announced that Golden Globe and Emmy Award winner Paul Waterhauser will appear on AEW Revolution 0 Hour, which Jeff Jarrett, RJ City, and Renee Paquette will host. RJ City made the announcement on social media. Paul Waterhauser has appeared as a guest during the 0 Hour before AEW Full Gear and on the January 23rd, 2023 edition of AEW Rampage, where Jarrett smashed a guitar over his head. Hauser had previously stated that he hopes to be able to finish his story with Jarrett in AEW. But there you go, guys. The latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right-hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.